Hey everybody, I just got back inside from the garden and I weeded because like the weeds shoot up overnight when they get some rain, and tightened the tension on my trellis for the sweet peas, and we went to the because my husband, he broke the handle on the fiberglass shovel, so we went to the store and we bought a shovel with the wooden handle. Um, and I banned him from purchasing any other equipment with fiberglass handles. I mean, because the things is they break too easy. Run over and step on them, and that's it. Your handles shatter. Um, so I planted some collards, and so did that. Planted collards, weeded. I got a wind chime for the garden, so I hung that up. And I posted a video showing the progress in the garden, as you know, but that was before I weeded and planted the collards. But the garden's coming along very well. So yeah, so every day it's like something new. It's kind of exciting, you know. You go out there, you're weeding, you're looking around, you're checking, making sure everything's okay. And it's like you see something new every day. Like the beans, I mean, I just planted those like what? Yeah, I think that Friday, that, you know, that Thursday before I left for Maryland Sheeping Wool, and they're like, I can't believe how much those strawberries and not strawberries, but the sunflowers and the those beans on the fence have grown. And I let my neighbor know. I let him know that I had planted beans right beside the fence, and that, you know, when they grow up, I'm gonna use the fence as the trellis. So the stuff that goes over the fence, for him to be welcome, he's welcome to pick them. You know, so I let him know. But yeah, so got all that done, and my husband, he's getting ready to grill, and I can't stand all this break. I mean, it's like I'm gonna leave my little robe thing because my husband likes that, but the rest of my hair is getting dyed, and I decided I'm not going with the reds anymore. I'm gonna go with something that's closer to my natural color. So I got a dark brown, and on my gray it'll probably show up as a medium brown, but on the rest of the hair, hopefully it'll be like a dark brown. And yeah, so cause okay, I'm 42, but I don't look 42. And why should I? Cause I get tired of people asking me about my gray hair. I mean, like, some people just don't understand. And one lady actually asked me, why would I dye my hair gray? Yeah. Some people don't understand people of other ethnic backgrounds, nor do they try. They just stereotype and assume things. So yeah. As far as I'm spinning, I finished spinning the bamboo silk. So that's bamboo. And I'm apply it, so it'll be a heavy lace, a light fingering when I apply it. Once I wash it, it might bloom and end up being a actual straight up light fingering. But I don't know. I would have to wait and see, because sometimes it doesn't do what I think it might do. And I'm hoping it'll bloom some, so I do end up with a light fingering, just soft weight. It's not gonna be a soft weight, but I'm hoping to get a light fingering when it blooms anyway. So I've been spinning some of the samples that Jana gave me, and I'm spinning an alpaca merino blend right now. I think it's an alpaca merino blend. It might be all alpaca. No, I think it's an all alpaca blend. And so I'm gonna see if I can add as many of these little samples as I can. Cause I was doing really good. I was getting my stack down big time, but now I have all these new samples to spin. And then plus I got the other ones that are almost all dry now, and so I'm gonna be rolling them up on some little butterflies to send to the person, and so they can look at them and play with them and test them and see if they want to buy them. And if so, then that's cool. Still working on that hat. I have the whole set of the Zyphers, which are some needles from Knit Picks. I got the tips to go on the circles. So I got the whole set because I love the sharpness of the points, and I like there's a little flexibility in them. And I figured if I was being too, gripping too tight stuff, that flexibility would help. Well, I snapped the size 6 needle. The first time I snapped the needle, it was a size 4, but this time it was a size 6. And I am a much better knitter now, and I don't choke up on my needles anymore. And so when it broke, it was just like completely surprised, like, oh my God, kind of thing. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I gotta send that back so they'll replace it. But I'm at the point now where I'm just ready to get either the wooden harmonies or get the chromium plated tips, because what if I had been working on some very extravagant lace and some of the stitches had dropped? And I would have been a pain because I would have had to pull back to a lifeline. And luckily I was able, when it broke, I was holding it in such a way that I was able to keep it together while I pushed to hold the completed stitches on either side of the break. And then I took my wooden needle and I went in from that direction and picked up all the stitches off of the broken needle without losing any stitches. But that was just a lucky break. That was just, not lucky. That was just luck. But yeah, it's very frustrating that these needles are snapping. So I'm going to start looking online and see if anybody else is having trouble with the needles snapping on them. I use size 1s. I use size 0s, bamboo, and I haven't snapped any of those. So why is a size 6 freaking acrylic, slightly flexible needle popping on me like that? It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm thinking it's gotta be a defect in the actual needle. Maybe there's like a little bubble, plastic bubble in there or something. Because there's no reason why that needle should have just knitting along and all of a sudden it just breaks in your hand. I didn't notice or see any cracks or anything. So I don't know what's going on. I shouldn't be scratching but I want to be dyeing my hair anyway because I haven't gotten the dirt out my fingers yet. Because I like to pull weeds with my hands when they're close to a plant. Root, base, so I don't accidentally knit the plant with the hoe. So, I'll be pulling up. On the 23rd, I took that day off because I'm going to get my next cortisone shot to my knee. And the last time I went to work, and so I was up and down on that knee all day. And by the time I got home, my knee I had to ice it and put it up. It was swollen, like bigger than it was before I went in there to get the cortisone shot. And the doctor had told me that I should probably take it easy on it that day, let it rest, and then go back to work. But I was like, oh, I'm going to go to work, go back to work the next day. But I went on back to work, and I regretted it. So this time I'm going to follow their advice. I'm going to get the shot, I'm going to go home, and I'm just going to chill. And, but yeah. I'm itching because those little, really fast black mosquitoes are out. And I didn't have my bug spray with me. So I'm itching now. And I'm slapping at the mosquitoes trying to kill them. So, but that's my update for today. Check out the video of the garden, those of you who like watching my daily videos of my garden. I love my garden. I love my garden. And I'm very happy this year with my garden. Last year it was just so dry, and it's like nothing was growing but weeds. Everything you planted, except for like some of the hardier plants like the mustard greens and stuff like that, and the collards and the turnips, those are the only things that I could get to grow. And the tomatoes, I had some tomatoes that were pretty good, pretty hardy, but my squash, they were very pretty at first, but then they got those squash spores in them, and even though the plant stayed pretty, I didn't get any squash for us to eat. Maybe like 1 or 2 squash for us to eat. And then the squash spores attacked the plants, and that was it. And so the cucumbers didn't do anything. And so I'm hoping for a better year for that stuff this year. So, especially now that I have the water barrels. you know, because I'm not, we have city water here. So I'm not trying to have no $200 water bill, you know what I'm saying? So now that we have the water barrels, I don't have to worry about, you know, trying to keep my garden alive. I can just go get water out the water barrels to water my plants with, and you know, and hope for rain in the interim. So yeah. All right, I'm going because this kitchen is driving me crazy. So y'all take care.